All right, guys, it's day 44. Just about to do some jiu-jitsu, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'll catch you in a little bit. All right, guys. Good to see you again. Today is day 44. I was training jiu-jitsu today at lunch. We were working some half guard, specifically coming up to get the back. One of the details that we're working on were some options against the wizard. I think just replaying over the techniques over a class today. We started with some flow rolling, working just positions and trying to get a lot of movement. For me, I was focused on my cardio, trying to link moves together and trying to keep the pace up and trying to always be moving with a purpose. Today, so just to recap today's classes, we did some half guard from the bottom using the knee shield and coming up to get the underhook. One is low on the hip versus high up on the opposite shoulder. And then coming up to your knees and then hunting the back, controlling the lapel to open up a space for your other hook. The other option we were doing is when I come up to get the back and the person puts the wizzer on really strong. So trapping his arm and then sweeping in the other direction. Those were pretty much the two. One is coming up and taking the back, securing the position before you improve the position. So secure and then improve. Are some notes for today's class. In rolling in the rounds today, I was working on restarting in half guard on the bottom every single time I was able to advance my position. And when I got into trouble, trying to make my situation better before it gets worse, really working my cardio. I'm pretty tired today. And I was able to get all my rounds today, and even when I was so tired, I was still trying to do the techniques from class and just working as much as possible to get lots of reps. So whether I tapped or had to stop because I advanced my position, I don't want to hang out in the dominant position for too long and not do anything. So I would improve my position, collect my points or collect my submission, and then restart either in a bad position or back in the position we were working from class. I was able to get all the rounds in today, which I'm happy with. I want to thank everyone who is pushing me to improve. I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I was probably working at around an 8, and I was trying to get my cardio in through training. It's trying to roll with a purpose. Yeah, so today's training was pretty good. I am pretty much burnt for the day. I was supposed to do some extra effort today, but I think my extra rounds were good enough. Yeah, so I think I just don't have anything left today, which is good. So I think I'm going to call day 44 a wrap. You can see my gear here. It's pretty gross. I got to do some laundry again. I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I got 6 or 7 rounds in today. My heart rate is still high. So as I'm catching my breath, today's cardio I think is done. Maybe this afternoon or after dinner I'll go for a nice walk. And then tomorrow I'm going to do 8 rounds of 2 minutes. Trying to get some intervals in. Well, it's as real as it gets. When you, I think for me when I'm training jiu-jitsu and we're learning a technique from class, I try to get as many reps as I can even before we start rolling. So I try to spend less time talking on the mat and more time getting my reps. You know, whether I do 2 on the right side, 2 on the left side, I try to get as many reps as I can, even when I'm tired. And I'm always tired. And my goal is just to improve, even when things are going poorly. Just trying to do a little bit better. Sorry, my heart rate's still high. I'm trying to get it to come back down. The other positive thing about today, so normally since I've been back from heart surgery, rolling and training jiu-jitsu, I have only been able to do 1 class and then take like 2 or 3 days off and then do another class. Today, my last session was on Tuesday and we were doing half guard, working from an underhook and controlling the hip. Sort of like a modern day half guard. And then today, we're working our underhook a little bit higher up on the trap and working those options to take the back. And then our second option was trapping the wizzer and getting a sweep. And then on Tuesday was a variation of these techniques where you go low on the hip, except you reap the leg to get up to sort of a dogfight position, and then taking the back, or getting a knee tap and getting the sweep. And then the other one was reaping that leg and then grabbing the pants and then getting the sweep. It's sort of a variation of today's sweep. And I know I got lots of reps today, so I'm pretty happy. I must have gotten at least the position 10 times per round. I didn't always score the sweep, obviously, and I didn't always advance my position, but I at least tried to get the techniques from class. And I'm really suffering right now. Heart rate is probably 8 out of 10, and it definitely got a workout. And we did 5-minute rounds today. We did 6 or 7 5-minute rounds. And then when we were learning the techniques from class, we only did 2 techniques and trying to get lots of repetitions in and making them count. I definitely have a lot of work to do, and I'm super fortunate to have you guys be part of my journey. It's super exciting to be back on the mat. It's super exciting to be able to at least roll and do rounds and situational sparring, and now going to actual sparring and having a good time on the mats and working the techniques from class, working submissions, working positions, being with my friends and feeling like a normal person again. Like I said, I think that's going to be it for today, but I believe I will be doing a nice little walk after dinner just to get my steps in. And then tomorrow we'll be working some strength work and maybe some intervals. So thanks for tuning in. I'm just gonna post this video as it is, and feel free to like and subscribe to the videos. Feel free to leave a comment. Part of my journey in getting feedback, working on improving and making the most out of this comeback means a lot to me. And coming back from this heart surgery, I really am appreciating all the feedback that I'm getting from everybody. I know they're not the most exciting videos for now, but I'm working on it. And I think posting, at least it's a proof of purchase. Posting my workout, whether it's post and pre and post workout, lets me remember what we're working on. I think going forward, I wish I would have done this earlier. Even just having a record of what we did today in class. As a black belt, I had some good rounds today with some high level guys, purple and black, other black belts, and got a little bit beat up, but enjoyed the process and had a little bit of success from the class. And in terms of retaining information, just recapping what we did. So today we were working a more traditional half guard, working high underhook, and also putting the person off balance to improve our position. Also want to note, improving our position before we advance to another position, if that makes sense. The same as like not preemptively going for a submission if your position is not solid. So that's what I would take away from today's class. And a different outlook on the 2 different positions from bottom half guard. One, utilizing the underhook on the hip versus utilizing the high underhook on the trap. And both positions are good, and both positions can be used equally. And I think that's what I'm going to take away from it. Now, in terms of rounds today and rolling, I was able to start in half guard, get the sweep, and pass the guard. And on the flip side, I was able to use the technique from class today to actively get the back and then get a submission from the back. And then with the guys who are a little bit bigger and better and sharper than me, working from bad positions and trying not to get tapped. And whether I give up the position or I get swept, at least I was always trying to improve my position. And I think I did a really good job of making the other black belt work a little bit and improve their game. And if they improve their game, I improve my game. So I'm going to call that a day. I have a really hard time putting a summary to these workouts just because when we first started talking, I was out of gas and my heart rate was still jacked up from training. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. If you're wondering what we did in class today, I'll recap one more time. We were working half guard from the bottom, and we were working to get the underhook high up on the trap to take the back. We were also utilizing the gi to secure the back and opening up the far side to get our second hook in. The other option was when from that position, when the person has a really good wizzer, is trapping that wizzer and getting the sweep. Pulling our chest and trapping that arm to push a little bit and then create the momentum to get the sweep. Now, if you don't train jiu-jitsu, I'm sorry, you probably won't be really understanding what I'm saying. But if you have the opportunity to go train jiu-jitsu, or maybe you train wrestling, this will work in wrestling when someone has a wizzer, taking the wizzer away, coming up and getting into a dogfight. Like when you're working for a single leg and the person puts a wizzer in, those underhooks will still work. And maybe if it's a wrestling context, coming up for that high underhook to get a ride or a tilt in to score your back exposure points. I think in jiu-jitsu it has a little bit more meaning because you can get the back and get a sub. Or submission is a little bit more important than the pin or the back exposure points. But if you guys enjoy grappling, I suggest you go to a school where you get to do the rounds. And I like to wrestle and grapple and do judo and do all these things. And since the heart surgery, being back on the mat, I'm so blessed to be able to even get back out there. And I want to share my experience with everybody. And thank you so much for listening. I could use a little bit of creative push if you want to leave in the comments something that I can film or talk about. If you're, I would love to be able to record some info, some rounds. It's just, I typically don't bring my phone into the gym when I'm training, mostly because it's a distraction. And as I'm cooling down here, I'm going to call it a day. I want you guys to have a wonderful day. If you got the opportunity to do a running workout, or if you can't get to the gym, do some cardio. Today, I just did my jiu-jitsu for my cardio, and it's good enough. Tomorrow, I'll be doing some 2-minute goes. So that is running 2 minutes, walking 1 minute. I'm going to do 8 rounds. So I will catch you guys tomorrow, and I will catch you on the flip side. Back.